Times now 8:13. No matter what grade your child is starting this year, there is always a back-to-school checklist full of to-dos. It's a good idea to add a visit to your family's pediatrician to the start of the year to get everything on a healthy track. Dr. Meghan Howell joins us from Children's Hospital with a look at why it's so important that you're getting those checkups, having conversations with you and your child's doctor as the school year gets underway. Dr. Howell, good morning and thanks for being with us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So you were telling me in the commercial break you're a parent, so other parents out there know that there's always a to-do list, but especially at the top of the school year, and you guys are suggesting at Children's Hospital that a doctor's appointment be something that you maybe add to the top of that list before your child heads back to school. Why is that such an important thing that parents should consider and really take advantage of?
Now, I think there's so many things at the beginning of the school year that parents are trying to get done, but one of the most important is taking care of your health. And so going in and checking with the pediatrician allows us to make sure that your child's growing and developing properly, make sure all the school immunizations that are required are up to date, make sure that they have their medicines that they may need during the school day, things like asthma pumps, EpiPens, even something simple like Motrin may require a doctor's prescription and paperwork for school. And so making sure that all of those are up to date, extremely important at the beginning of the school year.
And you were saying if that's something you handle now, if you address any issues or new medication your child has now, or treat something new that you didn't know they had during the summer or the last school year, that'll keep them in school throughout the rest of the year and not disrupt their learning, correct?
Absolutely. If you have that asthma pump on hand, the paperwork done in school, and your child starts to have symptoms, the school can act on it. Your child can get the medication they need. You don't have to leave work to administer it to your child. Your child can go back to class, continue to learn, and you can stay at work.
Dr. Howell, the other thing you mentioned just now was immunizations. And on that list now of immunizations that parents should maybe be looking into, that's the COVID vaccine. And now it's available for ages 6 months and up. So talk about the COVID vaccine, or even boosters for the older kids who may have gotten the vaccine earlier in the year, even last year at this time.
Yeah, absolutely. So now at Children's, we have the COVID vaccine available for children 6 months and up. And so any pediatrician should be able to administer this for kids. This is wonderful because we just got it for the 6 months to 5-year-olds. And those are our preschool kids or kids in Head Start. And so we want to make sure that they're vaccinated fully before they start their school year, or at least at the beginning of their school year. For older kids that may have gotten the vaccine several months ago, they may be due for a booster. And so it's really important to get that beginning of the school year visit so the pediatrician can review their shot records and see if the timing is right to get that booster again so they stay healthy.
Dr. Howell, we have a couple seconds here. I know we just were talking in the commercial break. Obviously, this pandemic's been a scary time full of a lot of unknowns, but you were saying the one bright spot is that parents are less likely to send a child to school sick because they may not know what's going on. They don't want to risk getting other kids sick. Is that something that you're seeing consistently? And if that's something that you encourage moving forward? I mean, we're technically still in this pandemic.
Yeah, we are. And I think it's one of the silver linings of this, because we really have to try to find some, is that parents are really sort of thinking twice about, is my child well enough to go to school? And, when in doubt, call the pediatrician's office. We have a nurse line that's 24/7. You can always get some guidance on whether or not it makes sense to leave your child out of school, or if they're healthy enough to go back. And so I think that's something that we've seen parents do more, and I think that's a good practice.
That's cool. And that 24-hour nurses line, super helpful during the school year and not, for parents out there, as you mentioned, just to get some guidance on kind of how they should act and move forward if they think their child might be sick. Dr. Howell, we appreciate your time this morning. Lots of good tips and reminders as families are sending those kiddos back to the classroom.
Thank you.